An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country. Why is he wasting his time? Opportunities.
The Fulani Army just released a statement that releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is more dangerous than releasing a repentant Boko Haram. You know, that video we just saw now, where the words of that soldier who's a Fulani, Mr. Raf. Where are we? What's your reaction? Welcome.
That's why I tell you that it's an abominable administration of both Buhari and Tinubu.
But because of powers that be, the new colonies and majority of the Northerners who don't want him to free Nnamdi Kanu, every one of us knows that if Tinubu summon courage, okay? When I mean summon courage, this is what it is. This is what it is in his power to do. But because of powers that be, the new colonies and majority of the Northerners who don't want him to free Nnamdi Kanu. But if he summon courage to free Nnamdi Kanu, Tinubu will earn a lot of respect because he's not the author of Nnamdi Kanu's kidnap. Okay, despite some persons from the Southeast as well don't want him to be released. But the rumor has it that Tinubu wants to free Nnamdi Kanu. Mark my word, the rumor has it, okay? So that is what we are hearing today, but we don't know what could happen on Monday. Now, what happened? Yesterday, the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu, led by Aloy Ejimako, received impromptu notice, an urgent notice, that they should bring Nnamdi Kanu, they should come with Nnamdi Kanu to court on Monday. Now, it doesn't happen like this before, and court notice is something that's supposed to come up front for them to prepare. And according to Aloy Ejimako, they are just going with a bated breath. Okay, they have to go on Monday. Now, another issue is that they are going to appear before Justice Binta Nyako. Remember that Binta Nyako recused herself from the case when Nnamdi Kanu demanded that she's biased, that they don't want to follow her as a judge, in the case. Not only that, Aloy Ejimako and Nnamdi Kanu legal team has filed an injunction asking the court to transfer Nnamdi Kanu case from Abuja to the Southeast, to any federal high court in the Southeast. So that is another thing that they have filed. But they were expecting maybe a notice will come that maybe March, April, they will go to case, but they just asked them to come to court. So we try to figure out what is the reason behind this urgent summon, okay? And we discovered that the rumor, as I said before, has it that Tinubu want to free Nnamdi Kanu. And Tinubu, if Tinubu does that, he will earn respect, okay? Either you like it or not, he is going to earn respect if he summons the courage to do that. Before, as I said, the power to do this is in his hand. But president is just a name. The people that are ruling Nigeria is not the president you are seeing. Nigeria has been hijacked. As I said, Nigeria, is not a nation. So it takes someone who will step on toes to do something that people who are on top of him are asking him not to do. Remember Buhari's aide last week said anybody who calls for Kanu release is a terrorist or doesn't have the nation at heart and so on and so forth. But let's see what is going to happen. Now, let's understand more details from Sahara Reporters Post. And they published that the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, said he has received an impromptu notice from the Federal High Court to appear the recused Justice Binta Nyako of the court. Kanu's special counsel Barrister Aloy Ejimako made this known on Friday after the legal team and the IPOB leader's family concluded routine visitation with him. Ejimako said, "Our discussion centered on the surprising notice we received to appear in court with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on Monday, 10th February 2025, which appear with a bated breath." Okay? Now, on 10th, as you know, it's next tomorrow. So this is not something we are talking far. We are just talking about next tomorrow, okay? As they are going with a bated breath, a lot of people will also be expecting with suspense. Now, it continues that Kanu's legal team, led by Ejimako, had filed an application before the court for the transfer of the suit mark FHC, that is Federal High Court Abuja, 38320. 15 from the Abuja division to any federal court division in the Southeast state. So I told you before now that Aloy Ejimako has filed this notice, okay, that they should transfer Nnamdi Kanu out of Abuja to the Southeast to try him. It's the same jurisdiction, it's the same federal high court. It is constitutional. So it's something that they ought to do. Now, let's continue. In the application dated January 30, 2025, 5 pursuant to Order 49, Rule 3 of the Federal High Court Rules 2019 and Section 43 of the Federal High Court Act, Kanu's legal team said that the application was sequel to an order entered by Justice Nyako on September 24, 2024, recusing himself from handling the case pursuant to an oral application made by Kanu in open court. According to the team, we are reliably informed that the following the said recusal, Justice Motonda Nyako promptly sent the case file to your lordship for the purpose of reassigning it to another judge of the same Abuja division of the Federal High Court. However, it came to pass that your lordship was unable to reassign the case to another judge of the Abuja division because none of their lordship in the Abuja division agreed to take the case. In this way, leading the situation where your lordship has now sent the case back to Justice Binta Motonda Nyako, from whose court we received the hearing notice, sitting the matter down for hearing before his lordship on 10 of February 2025. So what this article is saying is that the lordship, the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court Abuja, after the negative of Nnamdi Kanu, asked him to give them another judge to handle the case. So they didn't see who take the case, okay? That is what the article is explaining. They didn't see who take the case. Maybe some persons are afraid to handle Nnamdi Kanu's case, because anybody handling Nnamdi Kanu's case, oh my goodness, you wouldn't understand. So just try to imagine who will have the guts. For example, I know that Nnamdi Kanu don't really have case like that. If not, after 10 years, they are still trying him. You don't really have case like that. But come to imagine that who will be maybe the judge that will say Nnamdi Kanu, I sentence you to prison. That is why all of them are just running from the case. All of them are just running from the case. So the article continues, but for the purpose of our discussion, I think I should stop, the reading of the article here. So that is, we are still waiting, but we are not afraid of anything, because we know that normally Nnamdi Kanu is supposed not to be there. It is illegal to detain Nnamdi Kanu up till this moment, after he was kidnapped from Kenya and so on and so forth. Everybody knows the story, so the story is not what I'm going to, speak in a new form. Everybody knows the story. So all we are saying is that we'll be expecting that Kanu will be released this February. There is no two ways about that. Anything that will happen, let it happen. If people will be stepped on, let people be stepped on. But the main point is this: let Nnamdi Kanu.
Aisha Yusufu has tasked Imo State Governor, Enugu State Governor, Anambra State Governors. Stop blaming government. You are the CEO of your state. You are the executive governor. Now, since you go to Abuja to collect money, then take responsibility for the insecurity in your state. What do you have to say about it?
Now, thank you for that wonderful question. I think being the governor of the state, you have every power for you to make sure that you get security votes from the federal government. By so doing so, what are the governors doing with this money? Stop coming out to tell the people that there is insecurity in my state and that unknown government have been killing. The government need to take action and put an end to all this and stop apportioning blames. The people you are apportioning blames to are the people who their lives and properties are entrusted in your hand as the chief security officer of the state. So for a governor to come and start telling people that there is insecurity in my state, I think to me the governor need to stand up and then act now, because every now and then allocation is being shared for you, security vote is being given to you, and you have the mandate. The primary function of government is to protect life and property. Yes. So if you cannot protect life and property, then why are you the governor?
But some have said that the governors have no power over the military. That it's only the president as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. What do you have to say about that?
The governor does not have power over the military. That is true. But see, the question is that can the governors summon military chiefs in their states, I mean the division's commander, to sit and dialogue for a way forward. The answer is yes. So if we can do that, so indirectly it still have power over the military. Now when it calls for security meeting, don't this men don't these guys attend in his various place? They do. So the president should not come and say that he does not have the governor should not come and say he does not have power. We still have killings in Imo State, Enugu State, and some other states. For how long can we continue in this path? The people are scared of their lives. The people cannot even access government, access those who they claim to be what electorate. We cannot access people that give us the mandate. So how long can they continue like this? So I think the government of these states on their own, they need to up their games. You must up your games as a governor if you don't want to be sacked come 2027.
But there's always been this fear that the votes of Nigerians does not count, and that is why our elected officials are acting this week. That assuming our vote is counting, they will sit up knowing that if I don't perform, no second term for me. You agree with that statement?
Our vote does not count. I cannot say if our vote count or not because I have not conducted any election. So what I'm to say is that people have lost confidence in the INEC. In the power.
The reason why they've lost.
You've lost confidence because so many persons have seen the case of Hope Uzodinma when but reason best the court knows why he had to give it to him. But someone who came forth in the election was uplifted and then he came forth. So the court cited some reasons which Hope Uzodinma became the governor. Reason best known to them. I am not in the position to speak for the court. But one thing is that INEC needs to be the trust of Nigerians again. You saw what happened in last election. As allegedly reports, the results were changed in the RF quarter. So I don't know how true that allegation is, but see, it has been going viral. So these are things INEC need to repose that confidence in the average Nigerian. And for the governors too, how much is being given to you on a monthly basis? If you get money on a monthly basis, then why don't you make sure that these people who gave you the mandate to protect them, you can as well protect them too? Because the people cannot always be one-sided every time. The people need to benefit from the dividends of democracy. And when they have to benefit from the dividends of democracy, is by what? By inclusive governance. The people need to feel the government impact. Not every time you come here and say government has attacked the people, you come and start creating fear. These governments are even creating fear in the life of the ordinary man.
We've seen the governor of Enugu State who has declared that Monday is no longer a sit-at-home in Enugu State. When people are saying that, you are seeing that as because you're the governor. Can you come and secure our lives? I mean, the other people, because you see this sit-at-home every Monday. Some are doing it maybe out of respect for Nnamdi Kanu, but some are doing it out of fear. It is two ways. People are telling the governor, please find a way to secure that. Police cannot be every year. What do you think? Because sit at home every Monday, it might be affecting the economic activities in the Southeast. What do you think that the governor can do, or the governors in the Southeast can do?
Thank you very much. I think sit at home every Monday is a commensurate to honor the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has been in incarceration for 4 years now and still counting. But what I want to say is that when there is a conflict in the land, the president himself needs to address this issue of Kanu. Let Kanu issue be settled out of court. if what Kanu is the son of the president, as a son, you can go, you can have a different view or different ideology and philosophy from what your father had. But why can't you, as a father, have you reached out to Kanu himself? And what I felt that the president ought to have done was, why Kanu was in decision, go and meet, let them bring Kanu to you, DSS. Sit down with Kanu, have a round table discussion with him.
But do you think that's possible? Because we saw
See, my brother,
Buhari, he could not
my brother, Buhari is different. See,
so
these are two different people.
Yes.
If you want, the security apparatus cannot be everywhere, and these guys are what, overstretched.
Yes.
These guys are also overstretched. So the president is the father of the nation.
Yes.
Since the president is the father of the nation, he should at least reach out to this guy, even to the Ohanes in Igbo. Whenever he will want to invite some Igbo politicians and some Igbo stakeholders to sit on a round table and discuss with Kanu. You have conditions, give him your conditions. Send it to him. Because you see, this is the only way this thing about marginalization can stop. And the truth of our matter is that the Igbos are heavily marginalized in the country. And that is what, and that has breed a whole lot.
But do you think that giving them an opportunity, or yes, that's an opportunity, or finding a way, a consensus in 1999, Nigeria had a consensus on making a Yoruba man a president. In 2007, Nigeria had another consensus to make another man to be president. Do you think that Nigeria finding a way or making a consensus to make an Igbo man the president is going to make that marginalization or the agitations go down in the south?
Making an Igbo man be the president would at least work to some extent. It will help this issue of marginalization reduce a very long way, because if the Igbo man is the president, Peter Obi, you will not watch Peter Obi allowing Nnamdi Kanu to languish in detention, even if, because yes, that is his brother from his tribe. They are from same tribe. No, so why was Celeb released? It was let's go.
Yes.
So to some extent, it will help a long way. And as an Igbo man, he will speak in the language that the Igbos. Now I am one of the sons. Yes. You don't have any right to agitate.
Yes.
So that will help them. It will go a very long way for them too.
So I'm letting you go. I think we have like 1 minute.
Okay.
Now, South-Eastern Governors Forum. What should be their next step?
South-Eastern Governors Forum should at least make moves to meet with the presidents.
Yes.
To put an end to all this. That is the only way. Because if there's no end to all this, all we hear is killing. And then we are not in support of all this killing. It is not good for the future of the country. It's not good for the future of the country.
Okay, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.